In the collective imagination, India is colors, smiles, perfumes, dances, and above all, spirituality, synonymous with good intentions of peace and cordiality. And all this you can find. But next to the stereotypes caused by the cinema, by travelers who like to tell only these truthful but reductive aspects, there is the harshness of life, the complexity of a country that is not always romantic and loyal, and that sometimes displaces the traveler and makes the journey not easy.
There are many people who come here, they say, Ali India, the spirituality of India. Then they come here, they don't care about the taxi driver. They don't care about those shopkeepers.
Per farvi capire meglio, vi
To make
racconto la mia
myself clearer,
giornata
I will
dedicata
tell you
allo
about my days
spostamento da
spent traveling
Delhi
from
a
Delhi
Vrindavan,
to Vrindavan,
riprendendo il
picking up the
racconto
story
da
where I
dove
left
avevo
off.
lasciato.
I take a tuk-tuk, go to the train station, and hope to find a ticket to go down to Vrindavan. Otherwise, I will have to stay here. 8 in the morning, I leave the hotel. I say goodbye to the guys, who with a strange smile do not believe that I will be able to leave today. I take a tuk-tuk to go to the train station, and the driver leads me astray.
You have ticket?
No,
No station is there, no ticket. Oh.
I know.
No, it's oh.
What seemed like a nice man starts telling me over and over that if I didn't have a ticket, I would be forced to take one of those famous crowded trains that he showed me on his phone. Then he took me to a fake travel agency where another man tries to convince me to buy a 15-day train pass for 280 euros. I managed to get out of the agency with difficulty, and this is the second time this has happened to me. The first time I had just arrived in Delhi.
A friend of mine was scammed the same way you were for 1,700.
I ask Elena how I can buy the train ticket and she answers me.
Tickets are made at the station. In all train stations you can make tickets, even if the train does not leave from that station. Don't listen to these people. They won't cheat you because you are smart enough not to be cheated, but they also make you waste precious time. Bye. Have a nice day.
I go back to the hotel. The first attempt to leave failed. I ask politely to leave my backpack, and I walk to the station to buy the ticket. The only ticket is for 11 p.m. It arrives at 1 a.m. And then where do I go to sleep? Even a nun passed me in line. Impossible to go to Mathura today. Here we are in the area where you eat and where there are incense.
I remember. A big camera. Have a nice day. Bye bye.
Amazing. I met someone I had filmed yesterday, and they are in a completely different part of town.
Sorry, can I ask you? I'm looking for the ATM. Do you know where it is? Ah, okay. It's near. Thanks.
They all tell you yes, yes, it's nearby, and then you never find it in the middle.
Indian Bank. C'è il circuito Mastercard, niente.
I also left this bank failing the mission.
Mastercard. Dov'è? Sorry.
Yet another person, despite having written ATM present in the navigator. They tell me, no, 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 there is no ATM here. I'll take you. I know where it is. An hour to tell them, no, 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 no. You have to be very tough. Otherwise, they'll take you for exhaustion. And in the end, you say, screw it, take me. But you don't know where. Now go eat, because I'm tired. I've come to nothing. Neither money, nor the train ticket. I'm staying in Delhi, even today. When I thought I'd ask the guy from the hotel who had laughed at me if he had to sleep for tonight too, I met him and he found me a ticket at the right time, and he also offered me some food. I go back to the hotel, I get my big backpack, I highlight the boys, and I take an old-style rickshaw. And finally, at 3 p.m., I am at the station with the train ticket.
Wow. 45. Okay. 43, 44, 45.
Traveling is my favorite time to reflect on what happens to me while traveling. And I write down thoughts that will then compose the texts for my documentaries. In this regard, I think back to the words of Elena, who has lived in India for over 20 years.
Why do you have to think that all Indians are like this? There are many people who come here and talk about the spirituality of India, then they come here and the taxi driver or the shopkeeper rips them off. It is said that you love India, but why? I neither love it nor hate it, it is just like this. But why do we have to make this kind of distinction? We are people, and therefore we must not think that in India everyone is pure. I have experienced India quite a bit, from behind the scenes, and from the beginning I understood it immediately. Maybe not the first time I came that I was a bit like this too, but then you understand it, and why don't you accept this thing? Why does a myth collapse in you? There must not be this myth. Even among the various gurus, you find those who are absolutely interested in money to make money from it, to exploit the Westerners who come here thinking that they are all holy men. Or those who open yoga schools and then give those who come in large numbers from the West the certificate to teach yoga. In 240 hours, of course, they give you a certificate, and you send people to Europe who have never done yoga. Maybe they did it as an amateur, ruining people's backs for money. So India is this and that.
I arrived. People get in and out without waiting for the train to stop. It's 6 and now I have to find a place to sleep. I'll have them take me to the city. When I thought that everything was downhill now, and I would soon have a mattress. India reminds me that here the parameters are different and nothing is predictable. In fact, the second half of my odyssey begins. He dropped me off at a place outside the city. Nothing like what I asked you. He told me he doesn't have permission to go further, strange. There's a dust I need a fueler. Better this way.
Okay. Si respira.
I've been trying to sleep for a couple of hours, but nothing. It's getting dark. Thank goodness there's this guy who's helping me. It's night and everything is full. We went to 10 hotels but full for a holiday. This guy takes me to Vrindavan 10 kilometers away, but first we stop at his house. Thanks to him, I came to Vrindavan.
Hello. Radhe, Radhe, Radhe.
Ok.
Questi che portano. Questo cerca di uscire qui. Oh. Passare di qui.
We stopped at another house, I don't know why. The boy left. This is the last image that the camera battery gives me. After 15 hours of work, shortly after they find a hotelier who takes advantage of the opportunity, seeing a destroyed person who risks sleeping on the street and living in a room. After a long and nervous negotiation for 35 euros, a room that in India would not cost more than 5 euros.
Finally destroyed, I finally found a shitty room to rest.
But the most disheartening moment of the day was when at the end of the evening, my friend Misha, what I thought was a friend's help to a person in difficulty, turns out to be a chance to earn money. And in fact, after having filled up his tank with petrol for his help, asked me for money for the service. He also kept my essential power bank. And in the 3 days in Vrindavan, he did not respond to my phone messages. There is a moment that has happened to many on their first trip to India, the moment of disenchantment. But the most disheartening moment of the day was when at the end of the evening, my friend Misha, deceptions. Today was my moment of disenchantment with India, which has not given me a place to sleep. They have tried to scam me, in which getting money or a train is complicated. The India in which a profiteer, seeing my tiredness, rented me a room for an astronomical sum. But more than anything, a friend betrays you. I asked a supposed Brahmin in the city of Pushkar, who you will have the opportunity to meet later, why this systematic attitude towards travelers.
People hungry, you food, dharma. People thirsty, water, dharma. You know, people have no clothes, waste money. They go to stay in the hotel for 100 euro, but they don't give 100 rupee for food to Brahmin.
Ok.
What you do in the room? 100 euro. Only kaka sleeping, and rest of you are outside. So you use this money to help people. So you get blessing. From this blessing, you rich. You are not rich by material.
I fully agree with your point of view, but where is the line between the will to give money and taking it by deception? Personally, I think it is too easy to establish the line by staying on our lucky side. How would we behave if we were on the side that lives on 2 or 3 euros a day? My moment of disenchantment lasts only one night. The next day, the enthusiasm returns. Also because here, the curiosities, the encounters, the emotions follow one another without pause. Even if there were episodes like today throughout the trip, I learned to understand the dynamics, to speak a different language that anticipates the deceptions. And this is also the charm of India, this game of roles. At the beginning, you get pissed off, then it almost becomes fun. It seems masochistic. But instead, the challenge is the fuel for a traveler. If in this episode I told you about disenchantment, in the next one, I will instead tell you about the enchantment that pervades every Indian. Something unique in the world. Spirituality.